Toy. I'm a board member. You guys all hear me okay? I'm a board member with APA UCLA. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to our inaugural general membership meeting. Thank you so much for braving the traffic. I don't know if it's raining outside right now or not, but I appreciate you guys getting to the west side, getting on campus and getting the parking and all that. I'm very excited to have this event today, tonight, and thank you for joining. We have a diverse program. We're going to give you an overview of the history and the purpose of APA UCLA, as well as talk about some of the exciting events that we got coming up. So we're going to just dive right in. I just want to make a note before I start that we are also live streaming this meeting to millions and millions of Bruins all across the world. And we want to try and make this as accessible as possible for our alumni. So I will get into the program. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce Judge Ernest Hiroshige. Folks that don't know, he is the founding president of APA UCLA. He is the current chairman of our board, and is also in the middle of all of that, he's also a sitting LA County Superior Court judge, and he's known by all as Judge Ernie. It's my pleasure to welcome Chairman Judge Ernie Hiroshige.
Thank you very much, John. And thank you, all of you, for coming. Really glad to see you. You're going to hear a little bit about APA UCLA this evening, and hopefully some of our projects and events that we have coming up. And hopefully you'll think of one of them at least that you want to get involved in, volunteer. We are part of the UCLA alumni structure, and we do support UCLA, and we're proud Bruins. Yeah. I think that I was put up here probably because I'm the age diversity member of our board, and you have to show that everybody's involved. But I was a founding president. I'm proud of that. Over 25 years ago, and I am still sitting as a judge. And please call me Judge Ernie. Feel free to use that as my community and my Bruin name. Mainly because the executives here can't pronounce my last name. Originally, APA UCLA was brought together by a group of persons, including myself, and the thought was we need to have more diversity at UCLA and the structure of the UCLA Alumni Association. And what does that mean? I think that it's important that Asian Pacific alumni be involved in supporting their alma mater, UCLA. And we're hoping that our group would be attractive to Asian Pacifics because, let's face it, some Asian Pacifics feel more comfortable with other Asian Pacifics. Nothing wrong with that, you know? And we are, when I went to UCLA, we were 5% of the campus. And that, contrast that with today, where we're we're the most significant and largest group on this campus. So with that comes other questions. Shouldn't we have more of a point of view that's being heard here about the Asian Pacific community and what the Asian Pacific alumni want to see UCLA become as a better UCLA in the future? We're all proud of UCLA, but we have something to contribute to this university. And so that was part of our idea, and to have a welcoming, friendly atmosphere in our organization to other Asian Pacifics, alumni of UCLA, to get involved and support your university. So, I go to the football games, the basketball games, have a good time. I'm a proud Bruin just like you are. UCLA is a great university, but also we need to get involved and give back something to this university. And I think you'll be hearing more about our scholarship program and other programs that are so instrumental in helping the students in this campus. So I really appreciate all of you being here. And I think we're going to have an interesting evening. If you have any questions, whether it's now or after we have the formal program, feel free to walk up to any of us and ask us any questions, and we invite you to get involved with us in the future. It's my pleasure now to introduce Ed Liu, who is our president. Ed Liu is, if you know him in the community, he's not only the president of APA UCLA, but he's been the president of all sorts of organizations. He's a great leader. He's been the past president of the Asia Pacific Bar Association, the Organization of Chinese Americans of Greater Los Angeles. He's president of that organization. And he's a great leader. He's been doing a great job leading APA UCLA. So Ed is a lawyer. We won't hold that against him. But Ed is an in-house counsel to Disney, which is kind of interesting to be in-house counsel to a major corporation like that, and being in the entertainment side of the business. So with that, Ed Liu.
Thank you, Judge Hiroshige, for that very kind introduction. Judge Hiroshige is actually the person who brought me on the board about 5 years ago. And when he first asked me to join the board, I said, well, you know, I only went to UCLA for law school, right? And he's like, well, you're still approving. And I have to say that that was probably one of the best decisions I've made in my life, because standing here now, 5 years later, as the president of the Asian Pacific Alumni at UCLA, it truly has been one of the most fulfilling experiences I've been able to experience over the last 15 years of my career, essentially, even with the other involvements that I've had. And it's because it's given me a chance to reconnect with UCLA as I have. So thank you very much, Judge Hiroshige, for that opportunity. As the judge mentioned, my name is Ed Liu, and on behalf of our entire organization, I'd like to welcome you to our inaugural general membership meeting and reception. And we're so delighted that you can all be here. And to those of you on the live stream as well, or watching this later on the recorded message, we're so delighted that you can all be here, because it is our opportunity to get to know you, our members, better, and also let you know a little bit more about who we are and what we do as a board. APA UCLA was founded in 1987 by Judge Hiroshige and other great leaders, some of whom are in this room tonight, with the goal of providing alumni with a more personal and enjoyable way to be able to get to know one another and give back to the community. And we have a very hardworking board that I'm very privileged to work with that puts together a great number of programs and events that allows us to do that. Just going through some of the events that we've done over the last year might give you an example, an idea of what exactly we do to try to accomplish our mission. In January, we started by co-hosting an event with USC's Asian Pacific Alumni Association, which was a community service event that we held on the west side of the West Side German Shepherd Rescue of Los Angeles. And it was actually one of the first community service projects that we've done in a while, but it was a chance for us to get to work closely with USC as well. And we continue to have that relationship with USC, as we'll hear about a little bit later. In February and March, we hosted an exclusive tour of JPL in Pasadena, hosted by our board member and past president Sherwin Gu. A scenic hike of Eaton Canyon, and also expanded our reach in Orange County for the first time by hosting a day at the OC Tech Festival in Westminster, and also hosting a Lunar New Year mixer with the OC Girls in Fullerton. In April, we hosted a private tour of the popular Hello Kitty exhibit at the Japanese National Museum in Tokyo that was hosted by our board member, Kristen Sakamoto. And in May, we held our first inaugural gala with over 300 attendees at Empress Pavilion. You'll see a few pictures of it on the screen here today, but we were able to, at that event, honor actor Randall Park from TV's Fresh Off the Boat as our inaugural alumnus of the year. And we also presented scholarships to 6 very deserving students. And that's actually one of my favorite events, to be able to hear our scholarship recipients speak, because it reminds me of what kinds of issues students deal with and all the hard work that they have to put into in being students here. And for us as alumni, we, about 15 years out of school now, it's easy to forget what that experience was like. But going to that brings me back and helps remind me why we do what we do. So I want to thank our scholarship co-chairs, Chrissy Sakamani, who's here, and also Arnold Lee for putting that together, and also all of our generous sponsors over the years, because without that, there's no way we'd be able to do that. And when you hear the stories, it really touches my heart, and I hope that you'll have a chance to hear those stories as well, because I think it'll touch your heart too. That same month, we also held our annual theater night with USC APA. In July, we hosted a welcome reception for UCLA's first Vice Chancellor of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. And we brought in someone just from our own backyard, Professor Jerry Fong from the law school. So he's been serving that position for about 3 months now. And we were very privileged to be able to co-host that with the other diversity alumni groups at UCLA. It was a really great time for us, and really a celebration, because for us it was a recognition of the promise and the importance of ensuring that equity, diversity, and inclusion are key focuses for the university, and anything that we can do as an alumni group to be able to support that, we definitely want to do. And then in August, we hosted our second Bruin Send-Off picnic in San Gabriel Valley, which was attended by over 75 mixed students, family members, and yes, the Bruin family. And if you look here, you'll see a couple pictures from that as well. And we're really happy to see that, because not only are we making the bridge now to our current students, but also high school students that are entering the school as well. In addition to the events that we do, we also maintain our focus on the importance of ensuring that there is an Asian-Pacific American viewpoint in issues that affect our campus and community. Some of you may have heard that on October 6th, there was an incident involving fraternity and sorority on campus here. And it was a Kanye Western themed party that had very questionably racially offensive behavior at that. So although that incident is still being investigated now, we supported the UCLA Black Alumni Association in a statement that they prepared in order to speak out about how that is just something that cannot happen and something that has to be acted upon. UBAA released an ad in the Daily Bruin this past week, which we were very proud to sign on to support as well. And we will continue to support UBAA in those kinds of efforts, because that cannot happen. And I want to welcome Tony Herringer too from UBAA, and just let you know that we stand tonight in solidarity with you. So anything else that we can do, please do let us know. So it's pretty clear that we have a lot of activities and events going on throughout the year, and Bonnie Chen is going to tell you a little bit later about some of the things we have planned for the upcoming year as well, which our board met in August to put together a very packed agenda. But we are always welcome and open to any other ideas and suggestions that you might have as to other events and programs that we can organize to help you and help you accomplish some of the things that you want to do. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker for tonight. And it's our past president and a very good friend, Mike Fong. Mike also was one of the very key influences in getting me to attend APA UCLA events before I decided to join as a board member, just because I knew him from the community. And he was somebody that always was friendly, was caring, and you just knew that this is someone that you wanted to get to know better. And when we found out that when I found out that he was going to run for the LA Community College District Board of Trustees, I couldn't be any happier to hear that. So we ran and he won the election, and we're very happy to have him here tonight. So he currently serves as a trustee of the LA Community College District and chair of the Institutional Effectiveness and Student Success, and as the chair of the Legislative and Public Affairs Committee. Prior to becoming a trustee of LACCD, he was with the LA Economic and Workforce Development Department, leading initiatives on youth employment and education programs, such as Hire LA, Summer Youth Employment, Cashing College, and Bank on LA. As the East Area Director for LA Mayor Antonio de la Rosa, he served as a primary liaison between the Mayor's office and the diverse communities of the Northeast and East areas of LA. Mike was the Policy Director for Workforce Development with the Mayor's office and the Senior Liaison to the Asian and Pacific Islander community in the city of LA. Today, he remains active with the Democratic Party as the Southern Vice Chair and immediate past State Chair of the California Democratic Party Asian Pacific Islander Caucus. As Judge Ernie mentioned, as I mentioned, he served on the UCLA Alumni Association Board of Directors, was past president of APA UCLA, and was on the founding board of the New Leaders Council, LA chapter. He attained a Master of Public Administration and Public Sector Management and Leadership at Cal State University Northridge and a Bachelor's of Science in Psychobiology with a minor in Education at UCLA. And when I think about alumni that lead blue and gold, and that I couldn't be prouder to call Bruin or a member of this organization, I think of Mike Fong. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mike Fong.
Good evening, Bruins. How's everyone doing today? Thank you so much to President Ed Liu for his amazing leadership and efforts here with the Asian Pacific Alumni of UCLA. That is a testament to what UCLA stands for, leadership in the community, giving back to our students and to the greater Los Angeles region. Ed is one of my really good friends, partner and friend here. He also DJ'd my election night party. I did for Ed Liu and many people in this room here. So the alumni network is so strong at UCLA, and thank you so much, Ed, and to the Asian Pacific Alumni of UCLA for hosting this great event here tonight. Also like to thank Sherwin Gu, past president of the organization as well. I followed his footsteps in this organization, and really he showed me the ropes of getting involved here at UCLA and the Alumni Association. Judge Ernie, as you heard from the founder of our alumni group, one of our champions and amazing leaders in the community. There's a lot of great work in the theater community as well, so if you want to learn more about the Asian Pacific Americans Friends of the Theater Group, Judge Ernie is a leader of that group and a great leader in our community. But thank you guys so much, and the UCLA Alumni Association. John Troy, where's John at? John is a great leader in our community here, works for State Senate Pro Tem. Kevin De Leon, who's the leader of the California State Senate, somebody served as Public Works Commissioner, somebody I had the privilege and honor of working with at the LA Mayor's Office. And this is what UCLA is, and this is what our community is about. It's about giving back, it's about networking, it's about getting involved. And to see each and every one of you here today warms my heart. You guys took the drive down here to UCLA, and there was a lot of traffic. Came here from downtown, and there's a lot of traffic, and it's raining today. It is my distinct honor and privilege to be here with you today as trustee of the Los Angeles Community College District, the largest community college district in the country, serving over 250,000 students here in the greater LA region. I met somebody back here earlier today. She's doing some work with Harvard College. And really trying to build that pipeline of students to come into UCLA, to come to our higher education system through the community college system. Community college system, as you know, in Los Angeles, it's the first path of entry for many of our populations and many of our communities. And really, it's an honor and privilege to serve on that board to really embrace the hopes and aspirations of our future leaders and folks who will hopefully be coming here to UCLA. And to be back in this room here, I haven't been in this room for a few years, but it brings back a lot of great memories to walk around here, to see all the different things that are happening here, to see the nightlife of students walking around campus. This is an amazing campus, and that's something that we all do. We all believe in blue and gold, so it's so much fun to be back here. The UCLA, the education I received here, and the education that each and every one of you received here, has helped us to develop creative solutions to challenging problems in our society. Whether we're confronting issues of immigration, drug policy, prison reform, transportation, the environment, and other areas that are vital to our continued health of the greater LA region, each and every one of us owe a lot to UCLA, and I owe a lot to UCLA for providing me the foundation and opportunities to be in public service. When I made this run for the LA Community College Board, many of you here stepped up, many of you reached out to your networks, the UCLA Alumni Network, the community networks, folks out there to say, hey, let's do this together. As we all know, it takes a village to do anything. And with each and every one of you and your strong leadership and efforts, we were able to make that happen. But as I was driving here, I was trying to reflect on my experiences here at UCLA. I was here on this campus many, many years ago, from 94 to 99. It's great to see a myriad of generations here tonight. But when I was here on that campus from 94 to 99, I just come out of high school, born and raised in the city of Los Angeles, went to high school at Bravo High School on the east side, went to Castro Elementary School in Chinatown. So I really grew up here in the LA area, but wasn't really familiar with West LA until I come out here to school here. And you know, LA is a very vast community. It's a very
community with a lot of hopes and aspirations, a lot of challenges as well. And when I came to UCLA, I got that chance to really develop the opportunity to get involved in the community, whether it was through student government. I know some of you guys might have been. Anybody here involved with USAC, the Undergraduate Student Association Council? Dominique, or the Community Service Commission? Asian American Tutorial Program? Anybody involved? Awesome. So AATP, back in the day it was called AEP, but those are organizations that helped me develop my leadership skills and giving back to the community and really having an opportunity to work with many folks at such a young age to give back. The journey really grew me from my leadership position here at the Alumni Association. I first got involved with APA UCLA in 2002, a few years after I graduated. Wanted to reconnect with the university, as many of us have done and continue to do. But journey put me on a committee to work with students and to work on a career networking conference. I was a young graduate, only out 3 years. I didn't really know many people out in the real working world, professional world, but journey put me on a committee with Jason Lowe, Regina Chung, and the 3 of us worked together along with Sherwin to put on this conference where we had about 200 students. And this is one of those experiences that have helped me build and continue to build our networks in our community along the way to give back to the community. When I was a student here, I walked on Bruin Walk. I don't know if you guys ever like sandwich tabled on Bruin Walk to promote your organizations, but you guys remember those experiences? So everyone out here has done that. It's been those fun experiences. This is before like the internet. I don't know if you guys were here when they had the email addresses, when it was all like XYZ123 at UCLA. You didn't really choose your email. That was the time when I came. But really, those are some of the lessons learned in terms of grassroots organizing, politics, and really trying to mobilize your community. So mobilizing folks here on campus and using those same principles, mobilizing people in a greater community to do the greater good for our areas. So social justice is something I've been very passionate about over the years. Some of you might know me through my community activities. Some folks we're going to meet here for the first time tonight. But UCLA has really laid the groundwork for my activism in the community. Was involved with the Asian Pacific Coalition, and it was an umbrella group of about 40 Asian American groups on campus. Anybody here involved with APC? Christy, John Troy, Sherwin. But really, that was an amazing opportunity to meet a lot of different groups who are involved in the Asian Pacific Islander community, and really work with our underserved populations here in Los Angeles, whether it was in Koreatown, Chinatown, Filipino Town, Thai Town, Little Tokyo, and throughout the greater LA area. And it was a privilege and opportunity, privilege to attend here. And every time you go anywhere around the world, people talk about UCLA as being one of the greatest universities in the world. And it is. I remember going to Korea in 2010, and somebody just asked, hey, what school did you go to? And you mentioned UCLA, or you're in China, you're anywhere. People recognize that brand, they recognize that name. So I'm forever indebted to UCLA and to each and every one of the faculty, the administrators, and everybody who laid the groundwork for everybody before us as well. And for us to be true leaders in our community, the fact you guys are here tonight, you're giving back to UCLA, you're giving back to your community. And as you heard from Ed Liu, the president, get involved. That's how I got involved. I joined the conference committee, then Judge Rooney got me involved with scholarships, and eventually got more involved and said, Mike, I think you'd be good for the board, then eventually agreed me for leadership positions. But each and every one of us can give back in our own unique ways. And the fact that you're here today, get involved with this network. We have Stevie here from the Westside Bruins. We have folks here from different regional networks. It's an opportunity for all of us to give back to our alma mater and our school that we love so much. And this is how small the world is, but Bruin leaders in government. When I worked at City Hall for Mayor Villaraigosa, he's a former Bruin. When I worked for former City Council member Ed Reyes, who got his undergraduate degree and graduate degrees here at UCLA. We have that instant network out there in the public sector, in the private sector, wherever you go. It opens up doors. And you always hear about this, everyone talks about the Crosstown Alumni Association, but really, it's about our Alumni Association. It's about UCLA and how we can all work together and grow our community and impact our community in a positive way. The ethics of service, giving back, and so many memories here. And the fact that you're here is we can help mentor the next generation of Bruin leaders. As alumni, we can help open the doors for future students to come to this campus. And a lot of you work in different professions, whether it's in education, in finance, in medicine, in politics, whatever you do, there's always a way to get back to our alma mater And the fact that you're here today, someone like James Okazaki here, I met when I worked for the city. He was one of the top general managers at the City of LA Department of Transportation, also past president of the Los Angeles City Asian Employees Association. He got me involved with that group, and I wouldn't be here today was it for James Okazaki, people like him who have come before us. So forever indebted to UCLA. Our Bruin network is strong. People like Patricia Wynn, who's working here at the Alumni Association, advocating on our behalf each and every day. And I hope that you guys get involved with this Alumni Association. Some of my really good friends have come out of the Asian Pacific Alumni. Ed Liu right here, one of my really, really good friends. John Choi right here, we're gonna get lunch in the next couple of weeks, but he's one of my really good friends as well. Judge Ernie, Sherwin, all of you guys. And at UCLA, we have the opportunity to learn the skill sets and to have that foundation to go out there and change the world. And each and every one of you in this room has that network to get involved and to create change in your own respective community. And I'm always here, whatever I can do to help out and share that, whatever I can do to connect people. Some of the folks that know me for a long time, I try to connect folks. If you need to contact me somewhere or some particular industry, if I might know somebody there, I'm always more than willing to help make those contacts, because that's how we can build and empower our communities and to help create change. And it's been an honor and privilege to be here before you tonight. I'd like to leave you a quote from somebody who's an amazing leader here at UCLA, and it's legendary coach John Whitting. And he said, make every day a masterpiece. Follow your dreams, but really make every day a masterpiece. Thank you so much, and go Bruins.
Thank you again, Mike, for those encouraging words. You really do make us proud to be a Bruin, and you're an inspiration for so many of us. He often says that people that he respects are his mentors and role models in the community, but I think I can speak on behalf of the entire group here when we say that you're definitely someone that we look up to and are really proud of. So just keep up the great work, and we look forward to seeing many more wonderful things from you in the future. So thanks for all your service, Mike. I'd next like to call up our treasurer, Bonnie Chen, who's going to talk about some of the exciting events and programs we have planned for the upcoming year.
Hi, my name is Bonnie. I am the treasurer of APA UCLA. Thank you all for coming out. So, APA UCLA has a lot of fun, diverse, and exciting programs that we have coming up. And looking at all the events that we have this year, we really try to diversify all of our events. So it's not just about mixers or just about having fun, but it's also professional development and giving back to the community. So this Thursday, we have Welcome to the City event at the Japanese American National Museum. And Christy is hosting that for us and going to give us a tour. Hopefully you can check out the giant robot exhibit that's on right now. Very exciting. And then after the exhibit, or after the tour of Japan, or the Japanese American National Museum, is a game watching party at Bar Bar, which is also in Little Tokyo, right down the street from Japanese American National Museum, to watch the UCLA versus Cal football game, which is also very exciting. And after that, in November, we have two big events. So our first event will be the Grand Central Market Tour at Grand Central Market in downtown Los Angeles. We don't have a date yet, but it's a really, really fun event. It's
We have a date.
It's the 7th. Sorry. November 7th. November 7th at Grand Central Market in downtown. And it's a history of Grand Central Market in Los Angeles, a history of the different markets and restaurants that are inside of the market. And then we have the UCLA USC rivalry mixer that we don't have a date yet for, but it's one of my favorite events, not because I helped plan it, but because it's really fun. Last year we had about, I'm gonna say 200 people come out, and it was at General Lee's in Chinatown. And we had a majority of Bruins show up, so hopefully this year we're gonna have a majority of Bruins again. And then in December, we have a really great event that we co-sponsor with a lot of different other Asia Pacific Islander community organizations, which is the Asia Pacific American Community Toy Drive. And that will be on Thursday, December 3rd at the Japanese American National Museum. And this toy drive benefits 13 different nonprofit organizations serving Asia Pacific Islanders in Los Angeles. So Chinatown Service Center, Little Tokyo Service Center, Asian Youth Center, a majority of the nonprofits that serve API communities. Then we have our APA UCLA holiday party. In January, we're going to have a winter mixer and professional development event. In February, we're going to have an alumni spotlight and San Gabriel Valley event. And then in March, we're going to have hiking and an Orange County event. April is our tasting dinner, and then May will be our second annual gala. June we'll be having a theater night, and also the API graduation. So some of our events we don't have dates for, but if you check our website, our Facebook page, we update it pretty frequently, pretty regularly. So definitely check us out, and you can hashtag our event tonight as well, hashtag APA UCLA. If you guys want to Instagram us and tweet us. And then our Facebook page is www.facebook.com/APA-UCLA. So I hope to see you guys out there, and thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. And in addition to being our treasurer, she also made this wonderful slideshow presentation tonight, and pretty much just does anything that is needed for the organization. So thank you so much, Bonnie, for going through our events during the upcoming year, and also for all of your other efforts throughout the year on a regular basis. So with that, I'd really like to recognize the hardworking group of board members that put together our events on a regular basis. So if I could just call you and you could just come join me on stage, that'd be wonderful. These are the people that, if you have any interest in coming to our events or getting more involved, please do contact these folks or talk to any of us tonight. As Bonnie mentioned, there's different ways to get in touch with us, and we've got a slide here, and you also have it on this sheet if you pick one of these up. You can visit us on our Facebook page, you can tweet us, you can email any one of us, and we also have a general email as well. So first, let me call and recognize again our chair and founder, Judge Ernest Hirschige. Our treasurer, Bonnie Chen. Our directors, John Choi, Christy Sakamoto, Carol Liu, our past president and current board member, Shirley Gu, and our wonderful committee member, Kurt Wong. Please join us on stage. And we have some other board members that couldn't be here tonight with us, but they're a wonderful group to work with. I also wanted to mention the wonderful UCLA Alumni Affairs Diversity Program staff who really helped us to put together this event and really gave us some of the infrastructure that we needed to be able to do something like this, as it was our first time. So thank you so much for hosting us. It's led by Patricia Nguyen, who's standing back there. And the wonderful team of Joseph Gibson and David Morgan. Thank you for everything that you always do for us. I'd also like to recognize some past presidents and leaders of other groups for joining us here tonight. Former president of APA UCLA, James Okazaki, is here with us. Thank you for everything that you've done in our history to get us to where we are today. Also, in addition to Tony from UDAA, who I mentioned earlier, thank you, Tony, for always supporting us. We hope you enjoyed the food tonight and are having a great time. And Steve, you from Westside Bruins as well. Thank you. And Steffi from PAA. Okay, Steffi from the Filipino Alumni Association is here tonight as well. So on behalf of our entire group of dedicated individuals, we really encourage you to take the next 45 minutes or so to come and talk to us about any questions or concerns you have about the organization or the APA community at UCLA or at large. And we thought we would try to get the energy going by doing an A-clap. Would that work? Just a little known fact about A-clap. I actually didn't learn the A-clap until after I graduated. They had me tucked away in the law school. So if you don't know the A-clap, that's okay. I learned it why? Because I started doing APA UCLA events. I started going to football games after I graduated. So maybe you can join me, and then maybe folks standing in the back. And Jake, would you like to come join us and do this? Okay, and we're standing here in the camera.
Sure.
Okay, if you guys don't mind being in the camera, you can just come in. Sarah, otherwise can stay there. That's okay too. I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Okay, so.
Yeah, we're running podcast right here.
Okay, so we're gonna do one practice run and then one group run. You can come up and join me. Again, if you don't know it, it's okay, because I did learn these after I graduated. But it's really, so start like this, all right? And then generally, you guys know how it goes? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, U, C, L, A, U, C, L, A, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so you do one dry run and then one mini run, right? And so try to follow me. Ready? Hands in the air, hands in the air. You. Alright, you guys are impressive as always. So again, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We have a little bit of food left in the back, and we have room for another now 40 minutes or so. And we do encourage you to come and say hi to us, and we'd really like to get to know you better and see you at all of our upcoming events and programs coming up. We know that it's really difficult as an alumnus to be able to do as much as you want sometimes in the community, so what we try to do is offer you with opportunities to get involved in any way that you can, whether it's coming to an event, or reading a scholarship application, or writing a check to a scholarship fund, or just coming to events like this and letting us know what really concerns you as an alumnus of UCLA. This is your opportunity, and we really want you to take advantage of it. So on behalf of all of us here today, and those of us who aren't here today from APA UCLA, thank you so much, and go Bruins!